So thank you so much and most welcome to the East African Community Headquarters here in Arusha. I'm very happy this morning because we have a big event coming up. That is the 25 years since the restart of the East African Community, and also the Head of Summit meeting, which is a meeting of the heads of the partner states, the presidents themselves, who will come here in Arusha. But allow me first to acknowledge the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Her Excellency Mama Samia Suluhu, for hosting and agreeing really to host this event, but also specifically for her continued support to the EAC and having us here as the seat of the integration itself. Allow me to also appreciate our regional commissioner here in Arusha. He's been very, very supportive. I know he's supposed to be here this morning, but he's held up in a small meeting. But he has been very upbeat, and he looks forward to hosting us in celebrations that involve everyone in Arusha to be part of this big commemoration we have. I also want to thank you here, members of the Fourth Estate, for joining us and for ensuring that you continue covering what we are doing at the EAC, and we look forward to engaging in future in even more ways of strengthening our partnership. So just coming to the main issue, the EAC is celebrating 25 years since it restarted again. You know very well the EAC was there in 1967 to 77, and then there was a stop. It paused, and for about 30 years nothing happened, and then that restarted. So this year, which is 25 years since it started, it's a perfect opportunity to reflect on the journey that we have taken, to look at what have been our achievements, what have been our challenges, and where do we hope to achieve to move forward. As we do this, we also recognize that the EAC, as established, has made remarkable progress, because we were established on 4 pillars: customs union, common market, political, monetary union, and political federation. And for each of these, we've been able to record quite a number of highlights. But we've also seen some challenges, and therefore bringing the presidents together, bringing the ministers together, having all our stakeholders together, from the academia, from the private sector, from the diplomatic corps, all this will present an opportunity for us to engage. And what is going to happen? So on the 29th and the 30th is when we are having the summit. We are calling it Summit and EAC at 25. We've come up with a theme, and the theme really will look at trade, will look at sustainable development, peace and security for better livelihoods. And we have planned a series of events, and I'm going to just take a moment to highlight what we expect to see on the 29th and also on the 30th. So we are going to start with the discussions, what we are calling high-level event, where we are going to invite different stakeholders to enable us have conversations. Number one, on trade. We'll look at trade and digital transformation, see what is the best strides we've made. We'll be able to look at the East African payment systems. Then we'll also have another discussions on the side that will focus on peace and security and inter-partner state relations and what we've been able to do. And those 3 discussions, we'll have, like I've said, experts, we'll have our stakeholders, and then in the afternoon, we'll be able to have another panel. We are calling it the panel of heads of state, where we have specific issues that we want the presidents to address, and it will be a good opportunity. On the 30th is what in Swahili we say kilele cha sherehe, where the heads of state, the presidents, will be meeting to discuss matters around the EAC. They will receive a report from the Council of Ministers. They will be able to know where we're making progress. They'll be able to pronounce themselves on what is the way forward. They will also be able to tell us whether we are going to see a change in bureau, which basically means, is the EAC going to have a new chairman, or what is the way forward? Because as is our tradition, every year there is a turnover in the what we call the change of bureau. So those are some of the issues that are going to be discussed. But allow me to highlight, because I know that we are also planning on the 28th a festival, and this will be held mostly by the Office of the Regional Commissioner working together with us, where we hope to showcase our culture, we hope to showcase our different attires, we hope to showcase our national dresses, and we'll also have a grand celebration, perhaps fireworks and a lot of music, so that we look back with joy that we've brought 300 million people together. We've expanded from 3 to 8 communities. We've seen a growth in trade. We've seen relative peace and security in the region, and therefore this is a moment that we cannot miss. We are going to celebrate. So mine is to really call upon us as members of the Fourth Estate and the people who really make us known out there. Let us be able to tell this story. East African community at 25. What have we managed so far? Where have we come from? Where are we going? What holds us together? We've gotten it right. The first time, 10 years we started, but there were key successes even for those 10 years. Now it's another 25 years. What lies ahead? Even in adult development, at 25 years you are good. You're not too young, you're not too old. You've been able to learn your lessons and think about where you're going. Asante kwa hilo swali. Ningependa kusema kwamba mazungumzo ya nani atachukua wadhifa wa kiti cha jumuiya itazungumzwa katika ule mkutano wa ndani wa marais. Marais wenyewe watajadiliana na kisha watatupa matokeo. So the chair of the East African community, whether there will be a change of bureau, is really a prerogative of the heads of summit. And once they discuss, yes, of course we have all these guiding procedures, but ultimately we wait for the pronouncement of the summit, and we look forward. I'm sure by 30th we will have an answer for that. It gives us more reason to come and find out who is the next chair. So yes, of course, in the last 25 years, we have seen an expansion of the community. We started with 3 countries, that was Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. Then in 2015, we were further joined by Burundi and Rwanda, making 5. And then we were then joined by DRC, South Sudan, and Somalia, as you say. So Somalia has and DRC are part of the integration roadmap. They have put in place quite a number of efforts to ensure they complete full integration journey. And regarding our expansion and whether there is interest, there has always been a lot of interest in the EAC because, as you know, it is seen as one of the most advanced RECs, especially on matters customs union, on matters common market. So we have a lot of interest from the region. But again, it is a reserve of the heads of summit to admit new members and receive any request for new members. So I think at this point, yes, there has been interest, but it's probably premature to discuss it as it hasn't been processed before the heads of summit. Thank you.
Thank you. Any question?